project finance and the use of it to fund infrastructure is an amazingly high growth opportunity area because the needs for infrastructure around the world, both in emerging markets and developed economies, just continue to be underestimated by everyone. So to think about what goes into a successful infrastructure and project finance situation, you've got to have people that can actually assess the risk properly, understand whether they can be mitigated, and understand whether finance is comfortable with the fact that people are talking about putting projects in extremely developing countries, sometimes called frontier markets, which have their own sets of risks, or possibly highly developed economies such as the United States or other places in Europe, where the political will to get the public to pay for it has dropped off, and you're going to be asking private sector providers to put amazing amounts of capital in situations where they may not even know the return they're going to get. The need to understand project infrastructure finance is certainly clear. The question is whether we can get enough capital into the sector to build out what the world needs. So what we try to do in this course is bring a variety of possible participants into it to try to learn more about the financing structure. We'll sometimes have lawyers, we'll sometimes have people that are already corporate finance specialists, we'll have accountants, we'll have bankers. I will occasionally see engineers that have a little bit of finance training. Really all we need is that you have a moderate amount of finance background, enough to do a cost of capital, an internal rate of return, understand about discounted cash flows, and also just get a general idea for a timeline of a financial structure and the difference between debt and equity and some of the risks that each takes on. And that's enough to get the background. And then we want to have a variety of participants from all over the world, which we have had in each of the offerings of the program so far. We try to teach the course through a variety of case examples, including cases on different types of infrastructure, some industrial projects, such as an aluminum smelter, for instance, and from all over parts of the world. So various continents with various political risks and various expertise in providing funding. Because London is literally the world capital for project and infrastructure finance, we're able to get a variety of top-notch guest speakers that have personal experience, spanning decades in some cases, in the project and infrastructure finance sector. And these folks will intersperse their practical experience, some specifics of deals that have gone well and gone bad, and what their takeaways are after a lot of experience, with our more academic framing and kind of the general case studies that we do in the course. So it's a combination of theory and why it makes sense, but we're not too heavy on that. We want to understand that project finance structures are extremely living instruments, so to speak. They're not one size fits all. Each one is an individual assessment of risk and whether the risk can be mitigated. And by bringing in guest speakers, as well as what we do in the classroom, and as well as what you guys do in cases, and what you guys do in the class by sharing your personal experiences, it's an enriching environment that you just can't get anywhere else.